Hello, everybody. I'm TychoCelchuuu, and we're watching a CoH2 shoutcast on the internet with the help of these people who are AFK. They're not AFK. Some people, their game just takes a moment to load, like CakeSucker, whose game I don't think took a moment to load. Looks like Tier 1 was being built right off the bat, and Elite Troops Doctrine was chosen right off the bat. So this will be familiar to people who are just watching Romeo's stream. Welcome to everybody who was there joining me in Twitch chat right now. This is, of course, being broadcast on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube later, then you can look at the Soviet industry tactics. I've not seen this very often. This is one of those fancy things. Oh, I should close the window so people don't have to listen to a lot of stuff coming. Here, give me a sec. Here, I'll just, I'll click this. There, you'll follow them. So much better. What did we miss? I'm just kidding. We didn't miss anything. The only thing we missed were these flowers. These are terrible flowers. Company Heroes 1 had better flowers when they added a DirectX 10 support. Company Heroes 1, you could get some kick-ass flowers and nothing else basically for enabling DirectX 10. These just look like mistakes. Jesus, Relic, have some dignity. Couple Grenadiers out, no machine gun, which you sometimes see a machine gun on this map because this area is a very machine gun heavy place. Oh, we got machine gun out third. Chat says Amsonzana, at least we know both players, they're both veteran players. Cool, yeah, CakeSucker and StormTigerCobra. I'm pretty sure I've seen CakeSucker's name. StormTigerCobra, it's tough for me to know because all the fucking Sturm whatevers all blend together except for StormTiger Gaddafi, who always has a special place in my heart. It's a penal battalion, so we did go Tier 1. I neglected to mention that classic Special Rifle Command tent, and it looks like it's going to be either penal spam or maybe penal into clown car. If it's going to be clown car, you better click that button soon, or who knows, even a sniper. The mysteries of Company Heroes 2 are continually unfolding. And so we have a double Grenadier squad running around, both these Grenadiers blobbing, which is pretty unusual. Often in the beginning of a match, you'll see people splitting up their squad so that they can capture a lot. But this is the center of the map. The center of the map's very important. Two Grenadier squads being tasked to take it on makes a bit of sense. And unfortunately, they don't make it to... It's a church, right? They don't make it to the church. So if you don't have the church, you don't have shit. HMG at Middle Church, says Amsonzana, making some sort of emoticon face that's like, whatever. If only I knew the names for these things. People on Twitch seem to have all these emoticon names memorized. The only one I've got memorized is Kappa, because fucking people were using that on CoH2.org from day one, so I had to figure out what the fuck that meant. So we do have penal spam. Great. I haven't seen penal spam in a while. That used to be so cool. Speaking of stuff that used to be cool, penal spam. Speaking of stuff that used to be cool, it's a mortar. I don't know if that used to be cool. The US mortar used to be cool. I don't know if the Auster mortar ever had a time, but the Auster mortar is here. These guys having hopped out of the house, so despite having tasked two Grenadiers here and they're not getting anything done with them, which you might think is a defeat for the Auster, it actually turned out to work pretty well because the Soviet player had to occupy their penal squad in the building. They stuck around for a while to try and hold the center, but then they're like, wait, let's not, and then they go over here. And so ultimately, the Germans doing pretty well map control-wise, if you look at things. The engineers being kind of cheeky little buggers down there, but aside from that, things are more or less half and half. Look at the income. Somehow the Soviet player, I guess it's not half and half. The Soviet player does have quite a few strategic points at this point, so actually looking good. Oh, and we do have a clown car, so the weird double penal into clown car dull engineer with a conscript thrown in opening. Classic opening. Game sound too loud, says TechB. My fault. Let's fix that. Oop, that's not what I wanted. That should fix it. That should help. And now we have escalate to Battlefields 1. So, God, I lost my train of thought because of the game sound. Let's look at this industry tactics thing because I don't really know what's up. KV8. Are we going to see a KV8? I kind of doubt it. Repair station, which I don't believe I've ever seen. Allied supply drop, which is manna from heaven and probably the only reason to get this doctrine. Vehicle repair training. Never mind, that's another reason to get this doctrine. Ooh. They're setting up over here. So I guess the Auster made an interesting choice to reposition this machine gun over here. That's still a nice house for holding on to the middle. It does have a bit of oversight. Oh, I was going to talk about the mortar pushing the people out of the middle. So this machine gun can still sort of hold the middle. I think it can pretty much reach over to here. Uh-oh, whoa-oh, here we go. Yeah, just fuck you, fence. Oh, he's even doing the circle strike. So a lot of players... No, not the circle strike. The hanging out where there's no window. So a lot of players would just roll up and try and roast. But you can tell Sturm Tiger Cobra is really good at this game because Sturm Tiger... Oh, nice mortar hit right on that thing. Sturm Tiger rolls up to the side of the... Oh, whew. I would take that. I would... Yep. Yep. Oh, whoa, that was close. Mortar almost lost the squad, but that's yours. So this is bad news bears for the Auster. Immediately buying a Panzergren squad. Maybe some Shrek's going to be on that to try and fight the clown car off, but we'll have to see what happens. This is, you just lost your MG42, man. Not good. But yeah, good players drive to the side of the building with no windows because you'll be safe there. Just like you'll be safe under the blankets if you're scared of monsters. So this is interesting. We've got a... Uh-oh, this is gonna be GG. Oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't. I thought it was at the door. It almost killed the house. It didn't kill the house. That's interesting. These guys are dying. Oh, okay, so it's not as terrible. There's a stolen MG42, so that is pretty awful. But you wiped out an engineer squad, so that's good. I thought the satchel was going to be here to catch him hopping out. I guess there's a door over here, so they could have hopped out the other side to avoid the satchel. But whatever. There's a tip for you. The satchel will not kill the building. What are they shooting at? I guess the scout car. Was there ever anybody in there? How long have people been in there? Oh, Peanuts must have been in there. Now they're in the car. Oof, these Panzer Grenadiers. That was an unlucky, nice little shot from the 50 cal on the M3A1. Is it a 50 cal? Can we tell? That looks like a 50 cal. Yeah, so that was an unlucky shot for those Panzer Grens. Now they can't get close. The mortar can't get close. Look who's here to save the day. It's a bright orange scout car. Chase, what are you doing? Chase! Ooh, nice fuel cutoff. But wow, these Grenadiers are blob central these days with the G43s. This is dead, by the way. It's blob central with the game sound still too loud. I'm sorry, here we go. There, it's not fucking too loud anymore, is it? I bet. People freaking out in chat about the Cheeto skin on the 222. I like that. Who called it a Cheeto skin? The Kicking Turtle. Yeah, good call. Cheeto skin. I never really liked Cheetos, I gotta admit. I mean, it's not like they're awful. I'm not one of those like, oh, I'm too good for Cheetos. But I was never like, oh yeah, fucking shovel those things into my maw. Give me them Cheeto fingers. Nope, I was just like, yeah, whatever. It's a snack food. Fritos too. Fritos I think even less so than Cheetos. Fritos I don't really see the appeal of. They're just, it's almost like, what happens if you take a chip that has flavor and take the flavor out and replace it with salt? I'm like a salt fiend. I love salt, but I also want flavor with the salt. So here's the 6-man MG42 squad, which is the bane of everybody's existence. We'll see if that ever gets dislodged. There is this 222, so if anybody can do it, they can. But this can do incendiary rounds, so you know it can hold its own. People talk about Doritos in chat. Oh, sound too quiet now. Fucking hell. People talk about Doritos. Doritos are alright, whatever. I like real chips more than Doritos, I think. Nice grenade. Nice grenade. That's a bundle grenade, so you should expect it to do a lot of damage. So this is a nice little game we've got. Some back and forth, some vehicle wacky hijinks, some satchel charge wacky hijinks. At this point, the German, despite losing the MG42, is doing pretty well. I wanted to sort of talk about the Grenadier blobbing, and luckily the Grenadiers are still being blobbed. It's a really interesting choice. You don't really often see players moving the Grenadiers around in conjunction like this so much. Now that they've got the G43 upgrades and the little angry face pointy guy thing, they can sort of roam around as like a death squad, not as like a bad Nazi death squad. That's not good. You don't want those. But just as like a, you know, they can focus fire whoever they run into. Look at the good damage they're doing, even against these guys in a stone house at this range. They're not having any trouble at all picking off those engineers. So I guess once you have a critical mass of Grens like this, and Vet 1 too, where they get first aid so they can stay out in the field longer, once you have a critical mass of Grens like this, you just roam around killing people. So I think this is maybe CoH's sort of go-to strategy. We know CoH did pick the Jaeger Light Infantry upgrade doctrine as soon as the game started, so I think this was the game plan from day one. Somebody says nice sound. Triple Lift says nice sound in chat. Thanks, Triple Lift. You're great. With a sloth emote to, I guess, suggest that took me. Jesus, that's a bundle grenade! Oh, wait. It's stun grenades. He didn't have the munitions, I guess, for a bundle grenade. Okay. That could have been much, much worse for those guards. That would have almost been a squad wipe, I think, if it had been a bundled. Aom Sinzano says, I only think A move is only good, only think A move is only good, well, this is Aom Sinzano, who is often hard to understand. I only think A move is only good for MG42 grenades. Cake sucker, prove me wrong. Yeah, so we're learning that G43 blobs are the light. And Honeynut says stun grenades are very good versus stone houses on this map. Really? Maybe it wasn't a stun grenade earlier. Maybe it was, or sorry, maybe it wasn't a bundled grenade earlier. Maybe it was a stun grenade. We'll never know. It's too late. Oh, jeez, there's a fucking, like, German flag on this thing. That's cool. Made me think it was a forward HQ for a second. Anyone remember those? Only 90s kids will remember forward HQs. They're still blobbing. This is definitely a strategy. Let's maybe cast some more cake sucker games if we can. See how this Grenadier blob thing works out. I probably shouldn't even say blob. Blob's almost a bit of a pejorative. This is it's a Grenadier strat. I think it deserves the name of strat. 222 down to not much health. I'm guessing that was part. Yeah, it looks like the AT gun's got some vet, and it's hard to imagine that came from anywhere. Romeo CoH2 asking, is Tiger Ace any good these days? You literally just cast a game with a Tiger Ace. The fuck do you think? Who the fuck would know that if not Romeo CoH2? So here's the Gren blob. Got the Gren strat doing its work. Can someone... So that was a bundle grenade into that. I guess it wasn't a stone. Do stone buildings take extra damage from stun grenades? Is that a thing? Is that something, Honeynuts? Is that what you were meaning to imply by saying stun grenades do really good against the stone building on this map? Is that a thing in this video game? How have I never heard about that? Romeo CoH2 is a regular tiger, don't judge me. Oh, I thought... Maybe I was just... Maybe it had the Cheeto skin, so I thought it was a Tiger Ace. I'm judging you anyways. What the fuck is this? Oh, supply drop. Surprise, supplies. Surprise supplies. But it's not really a surprise supplies because basically you're just going to be clicking this button 24/7 is my impression. You're trading munitions for fuel. And what do you get? 10, 20, 30... Whoa. 30 fuel. That seems like maybe not the best deal. It's still very good, especially early in the game when you're trying to tech up. These Grenadiers taking surprisingly high amounts of damage from the Penal Battalion. But whatever, they're still good to go. Now they got Vet 2. What do you get at Vet 2? Accuracy. That's probably going to help the Death Blob. Garbage supplies, says Fortune. Nah, stun grenades are just good because they make them leave the building. Oh, I thought you were saying there's a weird thing. No, bundle grenades are good because they make them fucking leave the buildings and kill everybody if they don't. That's the lesson. But yeah, the stun grenades are cheaper than the bundle. Well, these guys can't throw bundle grenades. These guys can, but we can't. Anyways, they're cheaper. So if you just want your opponent out of a building, fine, toss a stun grenade. They won't. They can't tell the difference. They just hear grenade and they get the fuck out. It's not worth sticking around to see if it's just a stun grenade. But yeah. So we have PTRS rifles on one of the two penal battalions, which is kind of a neat choice. This armored car is always going to be tough to catch, although we might get it right here. Why are you not setting up? That was strange. A little miss micro there. Maybe gonna get a shot. Ooh, thinking about it, but it's right around the corner. Perfect micro by the German player. Could not get better. Just parking it right the fuck there where it can get these people the mortar. How many kills do you have? 4. Really not a lot. Some vet though. Here we go. Bombardment. Get it going. Ooh, man, that truck is gonna get a medal from the German army when this fight is done. See, what perfect cover is that? Because you can obviously fire through it with small arms, because small arms ignore collision. It's also in a little dip. It's in a little depression, which I don't think makes a very big difference. Look at all the... There's a lot of just mild hills and valleys going on this map. It's not a very flat map. This is not a Kansas or a Missouri sort of map. This is more of a more of a pillow bag full of stones that you sleep on because you want to punish yourself in the eyes of God kind of map. Let's see. Tycho's basically like Romeo, but on speed, actually loving it. And Romeo says, we're not the same, crying face. Yeah, I'm very different from Romeo. Romeo is handsome and clever and nice. And I think I've just missed a supply drop. And I'm smart. What are these guys? How have I never noticed them? Where's the... I was hitting spacebar to jump to the fight. I ended up jumping to this. I didn't want to jump to this, but this is good enough. We can watch this. I'll settle for this. Oof. Ooh, you got caught by the MG. riding dirty, laying mines. And as anyone who's watched like 60% of my casts knows, if you get shot while laying mines or repairing, you die. Because I cannot stop mentioning that. There's things I can't stop mentioning, and that's one of them. Oof, there's the AT gun. It's shown up. If these guys don't kill this on the retreat. Fucking conscripts, man. They don't, their heart's not in it. It's almost as if they've been forced to fight. Because they're conscripts. Oh, it's in the name. The Tech B says, yes, Tycho doesn't talk about gay anime fighting Pokemon characters. That's only because I don't know anything about gay anime fighting Pokemon characters. If I knew anything about them, I would never shut up about them. These, I don't think they've been 10 meters from each other in this entire match. They've just stuck completely, like, even there's a fucking, like, VP to cap here and a CP up here, but they're like, no. No, that's not the right accent. I guess I can't, how do you say wherever in a German accent? I don't know. Wherever one of us goes, the other one goes for these Grenadiers. And they're both vet 2 now, so they're even they're a better death ball. Look at this nice flank. Man, this was even set up facing to the left to stop the flank, but it's, oh wow, so in what is probably a first in Company Heroes 2, we have an infantry flank being done by penals with PTRSs on the right and an AT gun, or sorry, on the left and an AT gun on the right. I think the Soviet player is belatedly realizing that the AT gun is actually not super effective against infantry, so these penals take their place. But it was the novelty of the situation that scared the German player into retreating. Frankly, these guys could have done the flank on their own. But yeah, the novelty of it was too much for the German player to handle, and they just fucked off back to base. Look, it's another supply drop. Let's take a gander at it by the time it gets to the base. But we have time. We can be leisurely. There's all the time in the world, all the money in the world. Has anyone seen that movie yet? I should probably go see that movie. I've got this thing called Movie Pass for 10 bucks a month. There's nobody around to pick them up. Great. For 10 bucks a month, you can basically see however many movies you want. It is good shit. I just, I've been just casting a bunch of fucking Company Heroes 2 games instead of going to watch movies. So I should get back in the groove, get back in the movie groove. Whew, whew, that's a lot of dead machine gun. Good thing you have 6 people in the squad. Good thing you're completely overpowered. You thought I was gonna miss the supply drop. Wrong. I'm not moving the fucking camera till these people pick up this fuel. Is it always like 30 or whatever, or does it fluctuate? Is it like off-map combat group? I think I'm gonna move the camera. There's 90 fuel for the Russians right now. There's 2 tanks on the field, and I'm just busy looking at the fucking supply drop. Come on. Just do it so I can look at something else. What's this? Ooh, this is gonna get ugly. 92, 100, 111, 120. It's always 30. Okay, good to know. You know what? If you don't, ooh, you should be shooting. You missed your golden chance to wipe those guys, and you also got shot by an AT gun. So this 222 is now screw you. That's all right. German was busy microing the Panzer IV and the Gren Blob, and it's actually paying off because the Gren Blob deathball the AT gun, and that's also the end of the engineers. Gren's fire literally 2 shots at the retreating engineers and kill 2 people. Then the tank finishes them off. I'm beginning to think this death ball is the way to go. If only I owned this doctrine. I may actually own the doctrine. I think I do own the doctrine. This kind of looks familiar. But maybe it doesn't. How many doctrines come with Tiger Aces? Let's check Twitch chat. Those 2 Gren squads are actually 1 Gren squad in a state of quantum uncertainty, says Narfrak. Quite possible. Honeynut says, my parents have that movie pass as legit. Yes, and now we're killing this. We're killing the Zis, because the Germans recruiting the Zis only make it a 4-man thing, and that's not cool. You gotta have a 6-man squad. I mean, geez, these guys are getting fucking torn apart by the Grenadiers. The Grenadiers deign to fire. They stop running away and they turn around, they're like, wait, why are we running? And they just wipe it. This has 16 kills and this has 12 kills. Here's a tip for your games. Buy 2 of these guys, give them G43s, and just fucking right-click on the people. We have to rebuild engineers because everybody's dead. And the T-34 is like, oh god. And I'm beginning to think that all this fuel to help the Soviets quick tech up has not been to much avail. We have some 2 T-34s out, and they're out, I don't know, relatively early. They're not late or anything. But they're not getting the Soviets much because, I don't know. Why aren't they getting the Soviets much? Soviet just hasn't been using it. I mean, there's been the Panzer IV, so that's kind of a pain in the butt. Jeez, and the Panzer IVs have been really doing a number on infantry too, by the way, in this game. It's up to 9 kills, all of which are infantry. And its frontal armor stopping the oopsie daisy. Here's the pack, and that's it. I think the Russian is getting outplayed. The Russian's not bad. The Russian is a very good player, I think, and the Russian actually still, you know, has map control, has had map control basically the entire time, but it's getting hard to hold up. And the Russian, of course, had that brilliant move where they stole the MG42 at the beginning of the match, and so they've really kind of had the upper hand the entire time, but things are starting to look dire. The German player is not losing more squads. The Russian player is starting to lose squads. The German player is starting to tech up to some sweet-ass Cheeto tanks, whereas the Russian player is starting to lose these things that they tried to quick tech to, but didn't make it quite quick enough, even with the help of supply drops. The Tech Bee says, the Soviet player deserves to get shot, bring shame to Russia. It's hard to play against a German player who's doing this sort of stuff. The Soviet player was excelling for a while, and suddenly things are just falling apart. These guys need to mosey on over to the medic. The medics, plural. Hey, you know what I can do? I'm using this new thing called Streamlabs OBS to stream instead of Open Broadcaster software on its own, and that gives me a list of people who have just followed my channel. So a while ago, A Literal God followed, Stephen Nall followed, Doxus93, Nick Blaz, The Confused Guy, Honeynuts, Vengitron, Romeo. Wait, no, Romeo hosted. And that's it for today. So cool. Thanks for following the channel. I suggest turning off email notifications because those are a pain in the butt if you follow more than like one channel on Twitch. I turned those off almost immediately, but I left them on for some cool people. And the mortar thankfully packs up before it gets crushed. Romeo CoH2 says Streamlabs OBS sounds neat. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it so far. This is my first time using it. A few kinks to iron out. It definitely set part of my computer on fire. And also it says I'm dropping some frames every once in a while, which I don't do with OBS, so I might switch back, but maybe that's not his fault. Kilder78 says you should die. I'll think about it. I'll take it under consideration. I definitely will die at some point. There's no worries there. That's on the agenda. It's just whether or not it happens relatively soon or not. Here's the Gren Death Ball. They've already picked off 3 penals. They're running straight through, so clearly they've been giving a move over to, like, over here. That was a mistake. They've picked off 4... Oh! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. We might lose one. And also now they're separated, because these guys didn't get focused. They better earn Vet 3 fast to keep up with the other squad. We don't want a Vet disparity for too long. Oh, this squad might die. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. German doesn't have to worry. They're bros. One can't die unless the other dies. It's never gonna happen. They're both going down at once, or they're neither going down. Did you fix your audio delay, says Trouser Demon? I don't know. You guys tell me. Rip and pepperoni. No one even tried. The Panzer IV just accidentally did it. Oh, Panzer IV is just fucking demolishing stuff. First the house, now the well. What is next for this Panzer IV? Will its reign of destruction ever end? Oh no, the wall! Multiple sections of the wall! That bush! That tree! Are we done? It's moving. That gravestone! That sepulcher! That wall! That wall! This'll never get old. Okay, we're done. The supply drop, yeah, the supply drop already came in. Soviet player is addicted to fuel. Going after my own heart, because the only reason to be addicted is to spam T-34s, right? That's got to be the plan. And I highly approve of that. Narfwhack, Panzer really taking that hazard stripe paint job to heart, demolition crew, yeah. Is it a hazard stripe, though? It seems more like a fucking... somebody skinned that Cheeto and applied his skin to the thing. Maybe it's supposed to be orcs, maybe? That seems like an orc symbol, so maybe this is some Dawn of War 3 shit? Hey, remember Dawn of War 3? I'm just kidding. Nobody remembers that game. That game doesn't exist. What is the Soviet player doing with all this fuel? Is it going to be a KV-2? Didn't think I'd live long enough to see that. Or a KV-8? Maybe it's going to be a KV-2. We are 3/4 of a CP away from a KV-2. Maybe it's going to be a KV-2. Does anyone know what a KV-2 does? Are they good? German player just casually floating 1,200 manpower, says the Tech Bee. Yeah, are we gonna see a KV2? Has anyone, do those exist? That was a nice mortar shot. Do those exist? Soviet players running real low on options, so I mean, at this point it looks like we're saving for it. German player, I guess, is saving for retirement or something. Oh look, it's the blob. Always good to see those guys. They're always killing some people when you look over at them. 15 kills and 20 kills. That's 35 kills between them. That's more kills than skills. Geez, 13 kills. Vet 3 on the mortar. Nice use of the scout car to sort of just defend the mortar. Can't stop the satchel from wiping them off the map, so that's a little unfortunate. But you know, you can't be ready for every eventuality. 5 kills on Vet 3 on the... What the fuck is collapsing here? Oh Jesus, is this house gonna go down? Not the 6-man MG squad. Not... Here comes the wrecking crew. This could be bad. They're hopping out. They must be hopping out. You're hopping out, right? You're firing. Whoop. There's another wrecking crew here. It's up to 5 kills now because it just shot and killed that. So Panzer IVs are just on a mission to reduce this map to rubble. Soviet player up. Pulled the trigger. We can't zoom in closer because it's off the edge of the screen. But look at that. Crazy looking tank. I love this tank. It's hilarious looking. I swear to God I've seen this like twice in Company of Heroes 2. 19 pop cap for KV2, says the Tech B. The Kicking Turtle says KV2 is good for locking down a point and destroying infantry. Well, that's exactly what the Soviet player needs, because if you could destroy this infantry, that would be excellent. What is this? Become mobile. Jesus, no, I've seriously basically never seen this. Wow. So that's it's like an artillery tank. If you click this button and turn it into... Whoa! I think the blob has met its match, folks. How did it have sight? It was just... It didn't even know. It didn't have sight. Wow. This seems like... This is like what do you get when you cross a mortar with a sniper and then you make it look like a goofy tank. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. And of course it's got the backwards machine gun. Can't give that up. Can't ever forget that. That's my favorite feature of anything. You can sort of imagine, just pretend the tank is the other way, like this is the front of the tank and that's the front gun. This is the back gun or something, or it's just the exhaust pipe. Oh, he ruins the illusion. Get the fuck down in there. But that's an amusing thing to think about. So that's okay. I'm glad we've seen the KV2 in action. I have very little experience. Oh, Tesla 95 followed, Black Rebel Lesbian Club followed, Entonfield followed, Thieu Tuong Nam followed. A lot of followers, cool. Nice try. You wanted that Zis, didn't you? You wanted that Zis gun. Well, you can't have it. You can't fucking have it. It'll cost you your lives. KV2 appears not very effective against tanks, so it's good to know. Hey, remember in the original Company Heroes where you could click on a unit and it'd have little numbers trying to indicate what sort of things is good against? Like it would say like it's good against infantry, it's like a 7 against infantry, and like a 3 against light vehicles and stuff. That'd be great to bring those back. Those numbers were effectively useless, but if the KV2 had those numbers, maybe I could have some indication of whether it's supposed to not be penetrating this Panzer IV or whether the Soviet's getting unlucky. I want the Soviet to go mobile so I can see what this button says when you're mobile. Uh-oh, these guys, they're back for more. The Gren friends are gluttons for punishment because they're just walking straight into this very long range KV2. A lot of KV2 chat on Twitch. Yeah, a lot of people talking about it. How many kills does it have? 6. Could be worse. So yeah, things look pretty bad for the Soviets. If you look at their squads, it's 3 squads. And a T-34. What is repairing it? What is repairing? They built the Soviet must have built the repair, but where was the repair? Oh, it's here. It's here. It's the repair station. It's the repair station, the fabled repair station of yore. It was spoken of only in whispers, in tales told to children. It's the scout car, yeah. But it's here. Since when do you, whoa. Sticky satchel. That's a lot of damage. Did that get buffed? I think there was something about the sticky satchel that happened in the patch. I may be making that up. I hallucinate pretty often because remember, I'm in California where weed is legal, so I'm just fucking high on everything all the time. Weed being legal means all drugs are legal, by the way, so I'm dropping acid. LSD. So this is pretty much over. German player is floating 1,000 manpower, 200 fuel. There's a fucking tiger. This squad's gonna go down. No, it's not. These are Panzergrens. How's it gonna go down? Panzergrens is just gonna be owned by the KV2. I would like this game to go on for another 20 minutes so I can see this KV2 kick more ass. This is pretty cool. I mean, it's not really what the Soviet player needs. All this. Oh, wait, no. Did that hit simultaneously with the... I can't tell what the fuck is... Oh, no, it's penetrating. I swear to God the KV2 is penetrating that tiger. I'm not lying, right? That was definitely separate from the Zis shot. Somebody on YouTube posted, they said something that someone told me years ago and I never internalized. Soviet stuff like these AT guns, it's pronounced Zis, not ZIS. I guess I habitually say ZIS. Oh, I can check what it says. Firing positions. The entire crew will stop and assist with loading and firing with the main gun, improve range, firing range, you know, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Oh, wait, there's something. Increased reload speed and range take after 10 seconds. Whoa, that takes a long time. 10 seconds? Jesus, you might as well just click the button and it'll work in the next match. Narfwack says it's like an artillery penetration at arcs, but it can penetrate. That's a guess from Narfwack. Not sure if that's true. Burro Diablo says 152mm shell should blap a Panzer IV out of existence, but balance, I suppose. If you'd prefer your games to be slightly more realistic and maybe slightly less balanced, you can play Men of War Assault Squad, where the caliber and the explosive potential and penetration potential of a shell is determined largely by history and very little by game balance. But it's an excellent game. I'm glad the Soviet player keeps playing. I'm more opportunities I get to see this thing go to work, the better. Ooh, let's check its vet. Unlock secure... Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm totally going to use this to fucking cap a CP. Battle-hardened crews improve better control of their vehicle's main gun, improving targeting range. That sounds like a winner. Elite crews navigate the battlefield with ease. Don't give a shit. Prepper Joe says Men of War ain't realistic. It's more realistic than Company Heroes 2. Things will penetrate things merely because they're the right caliber. Whereas in Company Heroes 2, things penetrate things just more or less randomly. Theater of War for realistic RTS, please. Yeah, Theater of War, that's the thing I'm picturing. It's like, it's basically sort of like a war game, right? It's sort of like a tactical war game. I think that's what I have in my head. Is it the Operation Barbossa, something to Berlin, or Operation Star, Barbossa to Berlin, sort of people. Storming Bird says CoH1 Blitzkrieg mod for maximum realness. Wrong. Another Starfiki is dead. Ooh, whoa. MG42 is very brave. And no, he's dancing on the debris, but not for long. What's happening over here? Oh, we got these guys. Sturmtruppen. They're all dead. They can't fucking fight conscripts. I guess Vet 3 is the real kicker there. Man, Soviet player does not give up. Not one step backwards, you know what I mean? And guys, the butt buddy blob friends till the end. They survived all the way. 20 kills and 26 kills and maybe more to come. Unless they walk into this KV2 and get murdered. Good morning, gentlemen, says Fahu. Hello, Fahu. Real is boring, says Fahu. Depends. SOE Sturm Panther says you arrived well at home. Probably talking to Fahu. Or somebody else. Whoa, KV2 was doing some work while I was briefly checking the left for bullshit that doesn't matter. That's the end of that Pack 40. And the Soviet player is still building conscripts. Man, if only I had half as much fight in me, I would have conquered the world by now. They haven't gotten any new kills, though. It's 2 a.m., Fahu. Go back to bed, says Fortune. Okay, well, 1 a.m. Great. Yeah, geez, this says I'm dropping a lot of frames. Are you guys... Does it look like I'm dropping frames? Does my stream look like shit?
The enemy is about to defeat us. The enemy is taking what we have secured.
It also says there's 17, like, question, exclamation mark notifications in red. I don't know what that means. Whoa! That was the tiger. I was like, what the... Jesus. Tiger Ace. Romeo, we've learned the answer is yes. It's killing everything. 17 infantry killed and 2 vehicles killed. So it just shoots everything. I've heard people say it's bad, but I say, no, it's good. So, great. Cool. Cool match. That was good. I like that. I just tried to stop recording, but I didn't. So YouTube, this is for you. No, it's not stopping. Okay, well, YouTube, this is bonus stuff. I gotta fucking figure out what's going on. DX3 is fucking up. Maybe I'll cut this out. Oh god, how do I make it stop? Stop recording.